Okay, so today I thought instead of taking the Sekha route immediately, I would like to say how I would do it
Mm.
based upon what we have learned, right? So then you'll come to know what step by step, right? So basically, what I would do is I will go by the Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta. It has worked for me nicely, and I don't want to take some other route. What I would do is, okay, as a Sekha, that Sekha, there are three kinds. One Sekha as in Sotapanna, one Sekha as in Sakadagami, one Sekha as in Anagami. But all the three are Sekha trainees. Okay, there is a lot of difference between a trainee and a Arhat, so we will take that later. And I'm going to take about Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu also later as a Sekha. But I would just say what I would do. So today I will just want to spend time with you on what I do, what I will do, so that it gives you some insights between a Putujana, what Buddha talks about, and Ariya. Okay. Now we have looked into the Putujana very clearly. That Putujana doesn't mean an useless person. It is actually a childlike person who takes everything to be real. Whatever is experience, that person takes it to be real. We're not talking about Putujana as in a worldly person. Putujana as in the person who is in search of reality and he gets stuck somewhere and he thinks that is all what it is. Right? That is Putujana. Now, when we come into Ariya Magga, what is Ariya Magga? What is Ariya to be all about? Re is to circle. Re is to cut circling. That's all. You're going in circles. So when we say, I am Ariya, noble, in English, it makes it noble, but nothing to be noble or ignoble about it. Re means to circle. So you're in a circle. So Buddha calls it as Vattam Vattati. Vatta means like a whirlpool. Vattati is circling. So Ariya is one who is circling. Riya is circling. Riya is whenever they put a plus, it's like a subha, that it is a Riya, right? So the magga, the path is non-circling. Got the point? It doesn't circle. This path will end the journey. That's it. If you're sat in a train and the train will circle back, this train wouldn't circle, just stops there. And there's no going back. Okay. That's what it is. It's got nothing to do with special or this or that, because all of that is real circling. I'm searching for something special. So many people get into thinking that Buddha Magga or Buddha knowledge is something special. Yes, special in terms of cutting the circling. Nothing to do with psychic powers and this and that and so many misunderstandings what a person would have, or he or she is looking at something special to happen in their life. In fact, the special things will stop working there. There's nothing special about it. Because if something is special, it connects to rebirth because there's an attachment. Okay? Anything that is special creates attachment. So basically, what we need to understand for ourselves is what is that we are trying to do on the Dhamma. Dhamma per se is non-attachment oriented. That means this body is not attached to you. Simple. How? Well, you see, when it's hunger, it doesn't do anything. It just says that I'm hungry or you feel tired. So you eat. We just for language, we say you, I, this and that, but in reality, this got nothing to do with it, right? So we just say, I'm hungry. There's no I in hunger. It's only hunger. It's a disease. So the Patavi Apo Tejo Vayu has gone. So you have to refill it, just like you go to a petrol pump and you fill gasoline or petrol for the vehicle. There's nothing you in that vehicle. You just take a vehicle and you pay money and you fill it up and then take wherever you want. And same thing we are doing with this body. You fill it up in the morning, you again fill it up in the afternoon, you again fill it up in the evening. And that's all. Doesn't matter what you are doing. But if you see there's a circling, it's morning it circles and afternoon it's hungry. And again, afternoon you fill it up. In the evening, again it's hungry. And it is thirsty. So, ku pipasa, ku means eating, pipasa means thirst, are diseases, roga. So, in the 49 diseases, the two other diseases, hunger and thirst. Right? So, basically, anything that can give you discomfort is a disease. And that's the reason it's called dis-ease. You are not at ease. You are always uneasy about it. But dis-ease. So, if we see anything we do in life, circles. Morning happens and the evening happens, and again morning happens and the evening, which is circling. Your breath is circling. So you take in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, in breath, circling. So basically, if something is circling, there should be something which is not circling also. That is unconditioned. Okay, so this is conditioned, that is unconditioned. So this is sankata, conditioned, and that is asankata, which is unconditioned. So conditionality creates circling. The blood is circulating, right? We say circulation of blood, so circulating. So if you put a in front of whatever it is cutting it off. So like if sankata is there, then asankata should be there. In the same way, if riya is there, then ariya should be there. Okay. So how do you get into ariya is by noble eightfold path, or they add noble because there is no other way to explain ariya. There's nothing noble or ignoble about it. It's just cutting it off. Okay. So basically, what we need to understand is we are following the cutting path, Shuti, and that's it. Okay, that's the reason Buddha says extinguishment. He doesn't use anything else. And many of the people accuse him of annihilationist, meaning the soul has been cut. But he says there's no soul to be cut. The journey ended. Okay, so why are we following Buddha Dhamma? Is to cut the journey. That's all what it is. It's got nothing to do with anything other than this. So when we say Sotapanna, he has experienced this cutting out. And that extinguishment is Nibbana. So you get a glimpse or you get a little bit of stilling of sankhara, because you're preparing for the next life, you're preparing for next state, you're preparing for eating, cooking, doing this, doing that, going here, going there, going that. All of that is preparation. So let's say you don't have to prepare anything. Preparing for the exam, preparing for job, preparing for this, that, all of that is part of preparation. Which is, in English, it can be called as choices, can be volition, can be preparation, can be called by whatever formation. Each English person uses a different word to say in different way, but ultimately it is all about you are preparing something. Can you come out of preparing something? That's all what it is. That is sankhara. In fact, the term sankhara in the olden time of India represents for street show. Sankaronti. Actually, Buddha uses the exact word. Sankaronti ti sankhara. Sankaronti means to do something. You are not that, but you want to do something. So in this example, I am doing a role of Vilas. So now Vilas is married person, has one son. And I'm supposed to be doing that. So there's something doing. So I have to do something about it. And that something of doing is sankhara. Because you are volitioning it, you are choosing it, you are doing it by whatever that is, sankhara. So basically, anicca vata sankhara, it is arising and passing away of all sankhara. There's nothing which is permanent. So Vilas becomes a father, Vilas becomes a brother, Vilas becomes a friend, Vilas becomes a neighbor, Vilas becomes an Indian, like that. So there's always becoming, bhava. Right? So that is what the circling around is. You become something. You can't be without becoming anything. So now I become a deva, I can become a brahma, I can become this, I can become that, and become so many things. Got it? So is there a possibility that I don't have to become anything? Becoming is bhuta. So he uses the word bhuta. Yatha bhuta jnana, that how it has become. Okay. So we'll get to that later. But basically, what I need to understand is, can I, after understood theoretically Buddha Dhamma to some good extent, through videos, through books, through whatever, can I now close all of that and start personal inquiry about turning back? So where can I see the turning back? Well, you can see the turning back in your breath. Where else? The breath enters in, turns back, and comes out. Again, it goes in, turns back, comes out. Can you be with the breath? And then you will find two stops. After the in breath, there is a stop before out breath. And after that, there is a stop before in breath. These two stops are nibbana because there is no breath. So there is no re. Correct. Now, if you were to stay in that for some good amount of time, you'll start to see this starts to expand. That means the gap between the in-breath, out-breath keeps on expanding, 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 expanding. To an extent, there's no breath. That's the only stop. And that's Nibbana. This is so easy. Try it out. You'll see for yourself. This one I know. Try. I don't think so. This Buddha said, try. Just try. Okay. So the re is to turn. No thing will turn back without stopping. So there is always asankhata and sankhata. Even if the body were to change, there is a stop And that's the reason some people don't seem to get old faster, and some people get to see become old faster because the stops are less. Prove the point. Generally, we breathe 15 breaths in a minute. You can bring it to 2 breaths in a minute. So, what happened to the 13 breaths there? It stopped. That means you can do it, right? So, there are things. So, don't get into visikich, doubt. I don't think so. I don't think so. Try. Always experiment. You will learn by experimentation. So, Sekha is a person who experiments. And there is a sutta where Buddha tells something to Sariputta. And Sariputta, and he asks Sariputta, are you agreeing to what I'm saying? And Sariputta says, no. Unless I have experimented it, I can't take it to be true. And Buddha says, well said. That is how a noble disciple will do. Try. Okay. If you are a person who doesn't want to experiment anything and take it at face value or whatever value it is, it's not going to help you. Because this is Buddha Dhamma. It's not some class thing where you just take it. He said it, so I'll take it. Whether you take it or leave it, it doesn't matter. You have to try it. You have to give a complete try. Not the going, what he says, just give a try to this thing. No, give a try to the Buddha Dhamma. Then what happens? It turns itself into an experiential faith. Aveccha pasada. First thing you need to have is aveccha pasada, experiential faith. Not just faith. Not just belief. I believe Buddha said in the sutta, so it should be there. Buddha can say anything in the sutta. I believe in my teacher. No. Look at Kalama Sutta. No traditions. I believe in Goenka tradition. Out. I believe in this tradition. Out. I believe in my teacher. Out. Nothing. You learn, experiment. Question your teacher. You said like this, so it does not work. Tell me how it should work. Fair. Fair deal. How can I question my teacher? Go to hell then. So you have to question your teacher because it's your life. So you have to try. Having tried, you're not getting is one thing. I didn't try, but I want it is another thing. That's not going to work. Try. Okay. So then you are willing to cut the circling. If yes, we are in Ariya Magga. Okay. So this is the introduction to what we want to do now as Sekha. We try doing as Putujana. Now, what is that a Sekha will do is what I'm going to cover. So I'm a Sekha. I'll say what I am doing, what I know, and what I've experienced, and how do I know I'm a Sotapanna? How do I know I'm a Sakatagami? Like that, right? So then there should be something which will say and which can be demonstrated, which can be challenged also, right? So basically, from where should you start? Very simple. 10 immoral deeds. If you want something to work, it has to be from there, nothing else. That's the starting point. Even if you want to watch your breath, you need to cut out 10 immoral deeds. Not work. So if you are one person who can't watch the breath beyond 5 minutes, then you have two problems to solve. One is you have immoral deeds, meaning you break precept for whatever reason, or you have hindrances. And both are a problem. So if you put a 5 minutes timer and just the simple watching of the breath, you cannot sustain beyond 5 minutes, or you need some timer to tell you, please watch breath, please watch breath, please watch breath. That means the hindrances are more. You might not have immoral deeds, but you have hindrances. Right? So we need to see that. It should be effortless. Breath watching should be effortless. No effort. So the objective here is not to put effort. The objective here is to put effort in getting into it. And that's it. Just like you put an effort to sit in the train. But after sitting in the train, I don't think so you have to put effort to push the train. Or in the flight. Your effort is in just coming to the airport and taking the boarding pass. I don't think so you should have an effort of pushing the plane. That will work. That will never work. So for getting into the Dhamma, there are only two sides to it. One, the Sila side to it, and another one, the hindrance side to it. I might not have been breaking any Sila. Good. But hindrances are there. What do we do? Yes, there is an opportunity to remove the hindrance. So the majority of our time should go in removing hindrance, even though we might be very good in Sila practice. It's fair. But the hindrance, and the biggest hindrance is doubt. It will make your life miserable because you keep on doubting whether I'm doing it right, I'm doing not right, why it is there in this book this way, in that book it that way, this meaning is this and that meaning is that. I think this translation is better and that translation is not better. All of this, you have to throw it out, forget it, do it yourself. So if you have a Kalyan Mitra, then it is good. So then at least you have to rely on that. Now, if you have a question on the Kalyan Mitra itself or the spiritual friend you have, that makes it even more worse because now you don't have anything to hold on to. So then you have to create your own. Okay, that's the first thing, doubt. It can be two doubt, self-doubt, whether I will be able to do it, and otherwise on the books or on the teacher or on this, on that, of whatever it is. So then you will have doubt. So you have to throw all doubts. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. This is what it is. Now, I don't want to watch breath. Fair. Okay, then watch your body. What does that mean? That means cut it into 5 parts. Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasha. And see it all the time. If you think that is easy, do it. Some people would say that breath watching is not what Buddha taught. Fine. Throw it out. Take what you think Buddha taught for you. This is called doubt, right? It will never make you stable. It's always shaky. I don't think so this is there. I don't think so that is there. I don't think so this person makes sense. I don't think so that person makes sense. So it keep on going, which makes no sense of that person itself. So for experimentation, you have to take something which you think will give you that experiential knowledge, and then only you're getting into Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And nothing else will work if you are not a Sotapanna. Meaning, the sect does not work till you are a Sotapanna. This whatever we are talking 24, it will not work. So you have to get into Sotapatti Magga, not Phala, Magga. And then it starts working. Okay. So this is the introduction to this. So what I would do if I am in the Magga, just forget all about it. Take something which is very simple. Now, what is very simple? Simple thing is which has upama. Upama means example. Just as an example. Example. I want to know 5 aggregates. There is a sutta, Pena Pindupama Sutta. Very upama means example. Work out on that. Nothing more is required. As a only sutta, Sanyukta Nikaya 22.95. Take that sutta and start. How long should I start? No time frame. How many hours should I do? No time frame. Should I do only for 5 minutes? This again doubt. If you're putting some weighing scale on that, I will do for 5 minutes, I will do for half an hour, I'll do tomorrow. This is not going to work. This is pamada, heedlessness. You have to do it right now. That's the only job you have. And it's not difficult. What does he say? He says, Rupa. He doesn't say Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, all that. Just the Rupa. He takes them to the river. You see the froth. Don't you see the Rupa? Yes. Even an idiot can see it. Now the second question. When you see that Rupa, can you treat something is there in that? No. Now see your own body and that's a meditation. That's all. Consider your body and that is same. Now practice. What to practice? Practice observation, not imagination. Observation of a form and the body being the same. Simple. How long should I do it? That's doubt. I'm not understanding. Restlessness. Why should I have done this earlier? Remorse feeling. I think I'm feeling hungry. Kamachandra. I'm getting irritated. Vyapada. All the 5 hindrances will come on the surface. Till you have a dissolution of that form and this body as one, you should experiment. Meaning, it'll get dissolved. There's nothing called internal, there's nothing called external, just a form. This body is a form. Yes, there is some structure. You can see there is some figure, but the same thing is there even in that form. You can see there's some figure coming. So compare that figure and this figure, they both are same, and that's it. Can you do that? Yes. How long? No time frame. When it dissolves, you will get a aha moment. Ah, got it. You're a Sotapanna. Done. That is all what it is. Then the second one, Vedana. So many things have been written about Vedana. In the same sutta, Buddha says, just like a bubbles. You see your own body. Instead of bubbles, Take rainwater falling from the sky. It pains if it falls on your body. But for some people, it will give them pleasurable feeling. They would love to wet themselves. In some people, it gives a painful. In some people, they don't care. You can see that. So now, when you go to bath, see that? Same thing. Can you understand that? Stay with that. You will get to see what is Vedana. Then comes to Sanya, perception. I'm perceiving this as Vilas. Excellent. Will you find Vilas? No. It's just like Mirage. Maricha, which is Mirage. Simple. So now I'm with Ariya. Will I get Ariya? No. Will I get Ashwin? No. Will I get Devur? No. Will I get Bobby? No. So I'm now I can watch it. Got it. Excellent. Didn't have to watch the breath. What's the point? This is Panya route. We're not going by the Cheto Vimukti route. We are going by Panya route. Fair. Agreeable. But do this. Okay. Then Sankhara. Kadalupama. Kadaliphala is what we can say, banana. Now, the stem of that seems like wood. You keep on removing one and another one, just like peeling the onion. You'll not find any hard thing there. In the same way, all of our intentions that I will do this, I will do that, I will go here, I'll go there, I'll go that, do this, eat this, eat. All of that is like that. There's nothing solid out there. So that is Sankhara, Kadalupama. And then Vijnana is a magician. Maya Upamancha Vijnana. What Maya? Yeah, it can, this body, for one, is looking like a husband. The same body for somebody is looking like a son. And the same body for somebody is looking like a teacher. Or same body for somebody is looking like a South Indian. Or an Indian. Or an American. Or whatever. Or a Chinese. Or some stupid way of defining it. So that's Vijnana. You're seeing something and it shows something else. What you're seeing is food, but what you're seeing is something else. Just like boba tea. What you're drinking is water and some tea or tea petals, boiled or cooled or whatever. But they say, I'm drinking boba tea. Consciously, they're drinking boba tea. Consciously, we're eating pizza. But there's no pizza out there. But that's Maya. So that is magic of consciousness. In the same way, there is a conscious experience of Vilas. And not just Vilas. Vilas as husband. And Vilas as something. As a father, or Vilas as a son, Vilas as a brother, like that. So I can have all of this experience. That's true experience, but it's magic because there was no Vilas in the first place. And on top of that is an experience of Vilas itself, which is even more stupid than the first one. Because I prepared for Vilas as a drama, and it so happened this person became that, became a bhuta. So the first thing I would do, if I'm not going on this breath object as a meditation, if that's not my cup of tea or coffee or whatever, then I would rather go through Pena Pindupama Sutta and stick with that for a long period of time. How long, I don't know. It's up to till I get the awakening moment. Now let's understand the difference between enlightenment and awakening. The two words are different. What is awakening? It's nirodha, samapatti. Okay. That is the awakening moment. You get awakened. Wow, this is not what it is. So you get nirodha. Nirodha of what? Sankhara. Sabba sankhara is nirodha. In vijnana. Got it? Sankharas will get stilled, samatha, and vijnana becomes nirodha because the sankharas happening in vijnana. Nowhere else you can do sankharas. So the feeling will become upekha, and the sanya will become anicca automatically. So then you get an awakening. Okay. So the first nirodha samapatti is coming out of this illusion, nibbidda. So Buddha uses this word nibbidda, nibbidda, nibbidda. So that's a first starting point where you know you're disillusioned by the illusion of consciousness. The consciousness created an illusion, and now you're out of that illusory nature. So nibiddhaya, viragaya, nirodhaya, upasamaya, abhinyaya, sambodhaya, nibbana. It's a step by step, all happening together. So if you are disillusioned, you're going to get viraga. If you are getting viraga, then it gets into nirodha. If in the nirodha, it becomes peaceful, upasama. The upasamaya, then you will see different abhinya. If it's abhinya, you get Four Noble Truths, sambodhi, and then a sambodhi happens, and then nibbana. Simple. So the first step is to be awakened. Okay. That need not be nibbana. It's good to be in nirodha. Sabba sankhara samato, sappupati patinisakko, tanhakhayo virago nirodho. Again, in Girimananda Sutta, he says, Etan santan, etan panitan, yadidam. Like, what does he say? It's nirodho, nibbana. Then viraga, nibbana. Yeah. So the basic aim is to create uncreatedness. There's nothing to create. So stopping of sankhara gives you nibbana. So when you see vilas is rupa, like a foam, feeling as in rainwater, sanya as just as a sticker, sankhara as some preparation, vijnana as in a magician. That's it. This is Panya Magga, through wisdom only. No Cheto, no Cheto Vimukti. This Panya Vimukti only. So Dhammanusari, Saddhanusari. This is a Dhammanusari. He is following the Dhamma as opposed to Chitta, cleansing of the Chitta. He is not doing that. He is going through the Panya. He is bypassing it. Just like a bypass surgery of the heart, he is bypassing, going through the Chitta, and instead is going through Dhamma. So Saddhanusari person will go through Chitta Vimukti, and the Dhammanusari person will go towards Panya Vimukti. If somebody in this group would like to go through Panya, like Bobby and Janak yesterday we were talking about it. So if they want a Panya Vimukti route, they should take Upama kind of things. Mahahatti Padapo Upama Sutta. That is another sutta. If you want to go depth into it, of Sariputta, how he explains the Hattipada, elephant foot simile. Take that. Practice as per it. You will again get Sotapanna. You will come to know you're a Sotapanna. You'll come to know you're a Sakadagami. You'll come to know you're Anagami. Then you can come to this Mula Pariyaya Sutta to see Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Bhuta, like that. Okay. Then you know how much manyana you have. How much do you consider it to be real? Okay. Now, if I am not a Sotapanna, but I am on the Magga, what would happen? There would be a little bit of awakening, and after that you have forgotten. Again, you have to keep on doing it. So, whichever Upama kind of sutta, if you take, you have to be on it consistently. And then it starts working. Okay. Let's say now 1.5 months or whatever, I'm meeting Bobby and Marin and all, Janak and all that. Let's say they have booked somewhere where some holiday kind of thing. If we are able to do the Panya way, what would happen? The tent, the cabin or whatever they have booked, and the river and the games and people and everything over there, can we see it in 5 aggregates? Not as a theoretical thing, in reality, in experience. If yes, then we are on Panya. Wisdom, because that's the wisdom I'm getting. That just for the heck of it, I'm saying this is how it is. But in real, I'm experiencing no one there. I'm seeing this person, what is that? A person A as foam. Apart from myself, that other person is also foam. Apart from feeling whatever I'm feeling, that is also like rainwater, like bubbles. So how do I get it? Let's say I'm making tea and I keep on seeing the bubbles, bubbling up, bubbling. And the body is also same thing. Is something falls and something I see, something I hear, something I taste, something I touch, something I smell. There is bubbling. Got it. Done. No need to go Chetu Vimukti route. Okay, no need to watch the breath. You got it. That's it. Over. Then come to the Sanya. It will automatically would have changed it to Anicca Sanya. You don't have to work out on Anicca Sanya separately because you worked on Vedana. The Vedana has gone back to the Phassa. So the contact is gone. So there's no feeling. And then you can see the arising passing away. If you're feeling, there's no arising and passing because you are the feeler. So, three things will happen in a normal person. I am the feeler, I am the perceiver, I am the thinker, and I am the experiencer because of these three. Okay? Feeler, thinker, perceiver, and I am that person who is doing it. Okay. So, can I be out of experience? Yeah, through this you can be out of experience. Absolutely can be out of experience. That is, we go to the boat, we go to the tent or wherever we are going, and yet not to be in the tent. We are in that place, but we are not there in that place. This is as good as Neva Sanya Na Sanya Ayatana, to be honest. But on Panya route. Okay. So can you be like that? Yes, you can. Don't have to participate. Well, that means say that we are not going to do anything. No, we are going to do everything, but you are not participating. It's Panya. Okay. If this is not going to happen, then we have to come back to the Cheto Vimukti route, which means breath. There's no escape. So it's up to us to know whether Panya will work or Cheto will work. Nobody can make that thing for us. We have to try. So when we try, a person tries. He tries because he doesn't want being there, circling. Ariya. So no circling. Now when I make it into 5, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana, I have cut off the circling. There's nothing to circle. Because as a group it will circle. If it is individual, how it will circle? There's nothing to circle. It's just there. So we have to create our own strategy. Now come to this 24 things what I do as a Sekha. I don't want to use this Sutapanna, Sakatagami, Anagami route. I'm sitting like this. I'll do in both the ways, Panya Vimukti and Chitta Vimukti. But I can't demonstrate it, how the changes are going to happen. But I can tell you what changes you can see within yourself. Let's take Patavi. There is perception of Patavi, this hardness. That's the perception, right? This perception and this one. Okay, they both are same, hardness. So what I do, I bring it to the skeleton level. And that's it, over. Patavi gone. Because skeleton is not mine. Because I've seen when my father had died, when I had put him in that electric crematorium, and I was able to see how it is burning, and then became all the bones. So I've seen my father and I've seen my mother. So there's nothing to take them to be me or mine or myself or whatever that is. And the same rule applies to me. That there's no me, myself, and all that. So it's very straight. Okay. So very simple. This is Panya. What I just now told is Panya. It means you observe outside, you observe inside, remove the internal, external, and done. This is Panya. Now let's come to Chitta. For this, you need to have breath. When there's calming, then you observe Patavi in the breath. Okay. It's not yours. It's not mine. Then it touches here somewhere. This feeling of roughness, hardness, whatever. So that is Patavi. First, I need to watch the breath without this, and then I come to investigation. And then investigation is nothing but vipassana. So then in the vipassana, I see, oh, it's just touching in the nose. Great. Keep on watching. Now, on the same thing, I can see the whole body now. Using the breath, I can now come into each individual parts of the body, 20 parts. Okay? So, Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, like that. And then I watch it is not mine. Eso na mama, eso na ahamasmi, eso na meyatta. So, this will be my mantra for all the time. Then I get that awakening moment, what I was saying on the pain of Pindupama. The same. Okay, I get awakening in Patavi. Now, can I now see Patavi everywhere and do the same? That this guy is Patavi, and this is Patavi, this is Patavi. So now can I just make Patavi just like in the Maharahulabhada Sutta, just Patavi. So what I do now, I put it in 11 parts. This Patavi. When I am watching in the breath, Atita past, breath passed away. Anagata, future breath. Pachuppanna, current breath. Ajjatta, Bahidda, Olarika, Sukuma, Hina, Panita, Santike, Dure. It becomes 11 parts. And then watch it. So now I have to do 11 in this way to get the Sotapatti Phala on Patavi. If I'm able to do it, again the awakening moment will come. Now I and Ariya, we did all the things, but then I was teaching him while going in the car, why don't you see this way? Because then the mind stops. So there is immediately the experience of you being the witness while everything is moving. That will also give you Cheto Vibhukti. Without having to do this, but still it will give you Cheto Vimukti. So then what you're doing is you're arising, you're now seeing passing. Then you will get arising and passing. Then you will see the cessation or stillness. And then it goes away. It becomes empty, shunya. So we can use many approaches to get to the same thing. Just like what Buddha says, like in the Ariya Pabba, that you do it. It gives the same, you don't have to do this or breath watching and whatever I'm saying. So now we have 3 strategies, basically. First strategy, if you are on a Panya side, take Upama example kind of sutta and try it out. Or else take the breath, sit somewhere and try it out, like indicated in the Satipatthana itself, calming of the breath. Otherwise, it will not work. Absolutely, it will not work. You can be rest assured. If the breath is not calmed, no matter what you try, it will not work. Restlessness is a disease. It will not work. You can be trying it out, nothing will work. And you makes it more and more frustrated than anything else. So it will not work. So basically, you have to calm down the breath. If that is not workable solution, go to Ariya Pabba. You don't have to sit and do it. You can walk, you can sit, but do the same thing. You be still, let everything move. So when you're driving the car, you can see everything moving away. Then wait for some more time. And then you can see everything arising and passing away. And then it stills. In that stillness, you can now work out on the Dhamma. Again, you can bring in Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Deva, all that. So you have 3 approaches. Choose the one you think works for you. But give it a long try. Don't take it for just 2 days. Let me see it. Should make up your mind to try and keep it for a long time. Okay. So let me end here today. I need to leave this room. So we'll meet tomorrow. And I will take you through that Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Bhuta, of what I would do, how I would approach. And then we will go after that from Sek, from Monday onwards. We'll take into each one of them. Ajjata Bahidda means what? Olarika Sukuma means what? Hina Panita means what? Santike Dure means what? Atita means what? Anagata means what? Pachupanna means what? There's 11 things you need to know. As a sekha, I'll be covering as a sekha. And then we'll see what happens when somebody is a sotapanna. How much will he go? And somebody is a sakadagami. Somebody is an anagami. How he would see this. And when he can attain into the 8 jhanas, when he can't attain to 8 jhanas, and then what he should do is a panya vimukti kind of a person, what would happen? If it's a saddha vimukti person, what would happen? We'll see all of that. But first, you should have been a saddhanusari minimum, which I'm sure all of you are. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. You should only worry about being a sotapanna or not. So that we will see. Through this, you will yourself come to know how far have you reached in sotapanna, sakadagami, anagami stages. Okay. All right. Any questions? Yes, Ariya. You've been silent for the whole 1 hour. Nice. What? Yes. Absolutely. So take something where there's no break. Even that Pheda Pindupama, you can do it without a break. And keep on watching everybody like a foam. If it works out for you. If it is, that's good. It works. You don't have to watch the breath. You can just see everyone like a foam, a lump of foam. Okay, and tomorrow what I will do is I will take a section of a sutta where Buddha says about how the being comes into the womb and how it undergoes through 42 weeks. Okay, which is what happens Even in medicine, it is how it is. So it will be interesting tomorrow when we see, you can see it that way also. The pain of Pindu Boma is exactly with relation to that. Okay, all right. Good day and good night.